Okay, Grandma's gonna start another one. Boggin, Blizzy, and Sleeter, the Cheater. This is a book about fairness. If you're ever out walking and go too far north, where the winter winds whistle and the snow gushes forth, and blizzards are howling and polar bears growling, and things are so cold not a creature is prowling. And still if you wander a teeny bit longer, the snow growing deeper, the sun growing stronger, you'll come to a village that's made out of snow, all the huts in a row, with their windows aglow. The village of Fruzelberg, you ought to know. A while ago, long ago, quite a while back, in a small hut at the end of the track, two Frizzle kids lived with their father and mother. Boggin was one and Blizzy the other. Noons in the summer and nights in the fall, Boggin and Blizzy played icy pop ball. An odd little game, you might guess by the name, but whether it snowed or it glowed or it rained, their Frizzle friends came and they played just the same. That's how it went for a jolly long time, till something occurred that was rather a crime. A Frizzle named Sleeter came over one day, bringing some buddies from Black Blizzard Bay. He came up to say that they wanted to play, but he thought that they ought to play different that day, and they sneered and they jeered and made quite a display. A contest is needed, said Sleeter aloud. Let's have us a match. We've got quite a crowd. It's us against you, and we get to start. See, I know the rules, 'cause I'm so smart. And then with those words, Sleeter flew like a dart, throwing the other team's players apart. The icy pop ball blasted in their net. That was the nastiest trick they'd seen yet. 10 points, shouted Sleeter. We're in the lead. And then he tripped Boggin. What a dastardly deed. For quite a long while, the game went the same. Sleeter, the cheater, was showing no shame. The other team's goals were no good, he would claim. His tempers were growing as hot as a flame. He told them they fouled, no pushing, he growled. My shot, he howled. And then, when he missed, it's a goal, Sleeter scowled. Boggin and Blizzy grew mad as a bee. They called a team meeting under a tree. They're cheating, said Blizzy. That's clear to see. Since they've going to cheat, then why shouldn't we? From that moment on, the game turned to war. No one could tell who was cheating the more. They lied on their score. How tempers did soar. They fought, and what's more, icy pop ball wasn't fun like before. At the end of the game, both teams claimed they won, but no one said things like, my, wasn't that fun? Instead, they shouted, we'll play you again. You'd better watch out, 'cause we'll whomp you then. So angry and jumpy, bruised up and bumpy, they all shuffled home feeling nasty and grumpy. Boggin and Blizzy both sat at the table. They didn't eat much, for they didn't feel able. They turned and they grumbled the whole supper long, till Dad finally asked them, kids, what is wrong? It's Sleeter, that cheater, cried Blizzy aloud. He's ruined our game. I hope he feels proud. It used to be fun to play icy pop ball, but with Sleeter, the cheater, it's no fun at all. That's too bad, said Dad, that they all cheated so. You must feel quite proud that you didn't cheat, though. Oh, my, sniffled Boggin, but we cheated, too. I guess that we didn't know what else to do. We've cheated, and that means we're just like old Sleeter. I can't face the world. I'm a miserable cheater. I'll hide in my room, keep it dark as a tomb. And Boggin dropped into the table of gloom. Now, said Mother, don't be upset. Your chance to play fair, it's not over yet. The next time you play in a game against Sleeter, ignore what he does, 'cause he's only a cheater. If you get mad and you don't want to play, rather than cheating, just walk straight away. Just play to have fun, and in the long run, you'll make lots of friends for the fairness you've done. The very next day on the icy pop rink, guess who showed up? Who do you think? It was Sleeter and all of his terrible team. "Let's play," Sleeter shouted. You're gonna get creamed." So Boggin and Blizzy called a team meeting and made up a plan to stop all this cheating. The whole team agreed that the plan would succeed, and they thought it was better than cheating indeed. When the game started up, old Sleeter went to it. He grabbed Boggin's hat and suddenly threw it. He tied up their net. He got their coats wet, pushing and shoving and cheating, and yet Boggin and Blizzy didn't get mad. The nicer they played, the more Sleeter did bad. Soon when the score had reached 90-0, Sleeter was feeling quite a great hero, but some of his teammates were feeling quite badly. "Why don't we play fair now?" said one fellow sadly. "Let's play by the rules," another one said. "What does it matter? We're so far ahead." "Whose team are you on?" Sleeter screamed in a fit. "My team are the sissies." "Then why don't you quit?" With those awful words, the ball game stopped dead, and Sleeter, the cheater, face turned all red. For all of his teammates were staring at him, staring and glaring, looking quite grim. "We're sick of this cheating," his teammates all growled. "We've tripped and we've pushed and we've constantly fouled. The other team wants to play fair, and that's good. With just one less player, we think that we could." Then they picked Sleeter up in the air and carried him off to a snowbank somewhere. They gave him a throw out into the snow and shouted, "We don't need your cheating, you know. So get lost, take a hike. You might as well go." The rest of the day, they played icy pop ball, which they played just for fun, without cheating at all. Boggin and Blizzy received many thanks for playing so fairly despite all the pranks. And the best thing of all, the kids found as they played, when nobody cheated, new friendships were made. So noons in the summer and nights in the fall, the Fruzel kids came to play icy pop ball. And Sleeter the cheater would watch from the hill. As far as I know, he's sitting there still. You should be like one big happy family, full of sympathy towards each other, loving one another with tender hearts and humble minds. 1 Peter 3:8. The end.